All right, welcome everyone to the reveal stream of the Tangle competition. This is a competition we've been running all through the months of September to find a route to beat Tangle without any super jumps or time travels in the fastest amount of time. And one of the things we really wanted to see was creativity. And having seen some of these runs, let me tell you, we are going to see some creativity tonight. Just the ingenuity and man, I love Tangle so much and the possibilities, and this competition has just made it even more so. So let's go right ahead with our very first video that we're going to be watching, and it's going to be from none other than Leolitz with this tool-assisted free run. Going for the standard start on the, look at this. Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. Climbing up on the pillar as an elevator. Okay? And look at this. Look at this. He's just going mad. He's going insane. All right, we got to watch that again. Hold on. We got to watch that again. Okay, so one of the things I said is I wanted to award some points and some prizes for creativity. It's not just the fastest runs that we're looking for today, it's also the most ingenuity and, like, just look at this. Riding up the pillar. Now, that is something that Leolitz was actually, spoiler, not the only person to think of that, but look at this. He is edge surfing. He's not even jumping, he's just edge riding all the way to the finish. Look at this guy. Absolute madman. And I wanted to start out with this one because it's just such a cool idea from a tool-assisted perspective. And riding it all the way up just looks so cool. It just looks so cool. So yeah, this is going to be our first creativity points for today. That's going to be a $5 prize sent out to Leolitz for this ridiculous run, and honestly, I love to watch it. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, I did not watch his run, okay? Like, just to be clear, one of the rules of this competition is that nobody was allowed to share ideas with each other or share videos or anything like that. But I actually did come up with something similar, and so I'm going to show that one off next. This is my tool-assisted free run of Tangle. Going for a faster start here, and we're going to ride this up. Leolitz and I were the only two people to come up with this. And, yeah, just riding up these pillars. Man, this is so much fun. We're going to watch that again. This is just such a fun concept. And oh, man, I love this. I love this so much. Yeah, obviously mine's a little bit faster here because I'm riding this pillar up as well, and you can see I just managed to avoid the time travel there at the end, and because it's a TASS, I went for a crazy finish as well. That is really, really fun, but I didn't stop there, okay? I did not stop there, and what I decided to do instead was I was going to land it for real. I really, really did. At least a variation of it. It's not a very good run. This is a 40-second run, but it did qualify. So let me show you here for a moment. Now we can see. Standard start. Little slow down here on the fall. And we're going up this way, only to turn around. We got to hit this with absolute perfect timing. Getting up to the first gem. And I chicken out of doing the fast finish. The fast finish, I can do the fast finish, just not first try. And, you know, I only got up to the first gem a few times. Eventually, I decided to give up and do a slow finish afterwards. But there it is. There it is, my 4086, and I love this trick so much. This is definitely not something that I thought would be found, that I expected to find when I started looking around here, but just that one hit, and man, this is fun. This is fun. Okay, let's move on to our next submissions. And with that down, we're going to go ahead and watch our first submission run by Savadra. Hi, Savadra. Savadra coming in with some buffer jumps. Let me make sure I got VLC up on my screen as well. This gem... All right, hold on. We'll come back to this. Grab both gems and get to the finish. So I expected that a no gravity change run would be the fastest way to do this. And, you know, it's no surprise to see that some people have done this. It is very difficult, obviously. But Savadra's practiced a route very similar to this for RTA for a long time. Just buffer jumps to get up here. And this gem right here is so painfully difficult to grab. I know it looks like Savadra took a while to get that, but it is hard. And this one gem is the only reason why we didn't allow Mayhem submissions for this challenge, just because in Mayhem this is so much easier. Getting that gem from this position is so much easier in Mayhem. The gem does really suck, and hitting it like that is difficult for sure. But the fact that a number of people did manage to get it from there is very impressive indeed. All right, let's move on. We're going to watch our next submission by Andy C. Audio might be a little inconsistent, but that's just how it goes here. Andy C, let's go ahead and watch that start again 1 second. Look at this edge hit into the wall hit. Another just kind of a different approach to the same idea, getting up to this first gem. And I love seeing how many different approaches that we're going to get here. Again, using this this ramp to get up. And coming in here with a 2091. Very nice, Andy C. Let's go ahead and watch our next run. This submission is a tool-assisted free run by Hiran. And look at this. So cool. I've never seen that before. I'll go back and watch that again in a moment, but... Alright, we got first gem already down below. Second gem here. And just rolling up here, that is possible to touch this goal from that position with TASS. So nice job, Hiran. Let's try that again. Just watch here with me. He gets up to the second level of changed gravity and jumps over to the other side. So weird. So cool. Like, that is such a unique idea. I've never seen anyone get up to the second level like that. So nice one, Hiran. That is going to qualify for one of our $5 creativity submissions. Nicely done. I love seeing new and unique strategies being put into place here. Let's go ahead now. We're going to be watching our next submission. This is a tool-assisted speedrun submitted by Savadra. This song is reversed. I couldn't tell you what it says. But I did have to listen to it forward, and now you guys get to listen to it backwards. Very, very clean. Let's watch that again. We got... Again, same kind of no gravity start. Hitting off the spinner with a couple of buffer jumps to get up to this first gem. And even with TASS, like, sometimes it takes a while to grab that gem. It's just a difficult gem to grab. And then, yeah, coming in with the 17.7 for Savadra on that TASS. Nice run, Savadra. Thank you for submitting. All right, next up we have a run by Twin X. With no audio, that's all right. Twin X has got a similar idea, but not using the spinner whatsoever. And reversing the gem order. Very interesting, Twin X. Getting the top gem first and then dropping down. I gotta watch that again. because I think Twin X is one of the only persons to not use the spinners at all to get up to that first gem. Let's look at this. Just a couple of trim shenanigans and edge hits, and he's up. And he doesn't even grab the gem there. He goes for this instead. Very, very cool idea, Twin X, and very good no gravity run. Next up, we have another. No, that was not TASS. That was a Twin X submission. This start. This is Twin X. This is not TASS at all. Next one is going to be TASS, and this is going to be one of mine. I wanted to get a finish from every direction of gravity, so we did the final gravity, and now we're going to do this direction instead. A couple of pillar hits to get us up to that second gem. Very fun, and obviously Hiran had a similar idea for the finish as I did. But again, just a slightly faster start with the way that I've got this. A bit of an edge surf into this different gravity platform. I do like how the finish here is we kind of have to land on these pillars in order to push ourselves in. And that was a lot of fun to TASS. And yeah, I just wanted to get one from every direction of gravity. Will be published separately as Tangle TAF. Next up, we're going to be watching C Murder's run. C Murder has a very cool buffer jump and a very quick grab on that gem and going backwards instead, using that curve. Very, very, very cool. Pardon me while I lower the volume just slightly here on that. Let's watch that again, of course. C Murder's run. Similar concept where we hit the spinner and then do a couple of buffer jumps to get up to the first gem. And a very quick gem grab. I'm actually quite impressed you managed to survive that. Going backwards definitely seems to be a bit of an improvement if you're going to be jumping in this direction and just maintain your momentum into the goal. So, nice one, C Murder. That is about a 15.2. And then our next submission is C Murder. Basically just wanted to clean that up and submit his own tool-assisted speedrun. But look at this. That is such a weird start. The finish is going to be relatively the same, just about. Obviously, there is a bit of a level tilt going on here with all these TASSes. It's kind of unavoidable. But let's go back and watch this start again. Look. I don't even know what you did there. You just kind of jumped through a bunch of trims and then a wall hit, and then you're up to the first gem. Very creative. Nicely done, C Murder. Very cool. That wasn't C Murder's fastest TASS submission, but I definitely wanted to include it because of that start. Next up, we are going to be watching another tool-assisted speedrun by Katz's. This one was also very unique and creative, hitting the spinner and just a very, very quick gem, grabbing the second gem, and again, kind of pulling that momentum in. Oh, wait, did I say tool-assisted speedrun? Nope. That was not a tool-assisted speedrun. That was, in fact, an actual run. Let's watch that again. This is an actual run. First of all, Katz's, how did you get up here like this? I've never seen anything like this. And grabbing the gem just like that on the bonk. Oh my goodness, Katz's. This is insane. And this actually does end up being our fastest submission for a non-tool assisted run. So congratulations, Katz's. You've earned yourself that $10 prize. We're going to watch that one more time just because he is the winner. This is a crazy run. And I couldn't believe it when I saw this. Man, how do you get up to that platform? Just an edge hit on the spinner, I guess. Very, very creative. Very creative. All right. Next up, we're going to be watching a tool-assisted submission. Another one by C Murder. This one's a little bit faster than the other tool-assisted submission that he did. And using that same strategy as Katz's did, of course, in a tool-assisted format, and basically the same route as Katz's winning submission, just with his own tool-assisted submission. watch that one more time. Katz is rubbing his 2 brain cells together. And, but C Murder's TASS does end up being a little bit faster, of course. Again, it is a TASS, and, you know, just look at this run. Very impressive. I'm amazed you both found that spinner edge hit. It's very cool. Andy C has also submitted a tool-assisted speedrun. So let's watch what Andy C has come up with. And look at that. Very, very quick first gem catch. I believe that's faster than the route that C Murder and Katz have used there. Gotta watch that one more time because it was over so fast. This is about a 2.9. Starting with a bit of an edge surf here into kind of an edge hit, wall hit here, getting up to the gem. Very nicely done, Andy C. And also, basically more or less tying that TASS. I have my own TASS submission. This was the fastest TASS that I came up with. Basically the same idea. I think we basically have the same start and a different middle. It was kind of hard to optimize this. I didn't want to go too hard on optimizing it just by nature of the fact that, you know, the level tilt makes it so it's kind of hard to know exactly which is fastest and, you know, what's actually fair, what actually would be faster without the... So anyways, I came up with about the same, about a 12.9 coming out along with Andy C. There were a couple of faster TASSes. The next one coming up is going to be submitted by Katz's. This one, same idea. I think this is just an optimization of the same run that Katz's did for his real-time submission. So we'll watch that again. There we go. Yeah, a gutsy finish for sure if you were going to do this in a real-time run, but of course this is a tool-assisted run. Dropping down for about a 12.8, and we're going to give that to Katz's. That was Katz's reversed voice, because that was a tool-assisted speedrun. Gotta love it. And then we have our fastest tool-assisted submission for today by a very slight margin. This is by TwinX. And TwinX had that insane start, the same start that Andy C and I did with our TASSes, and going up and doing the gems in reverse order. This is super cool. This is super cool, and I think this could probably be optimized even a little bit more. This was the fastest TASS submission. Just look at this. Very creative to go backwards and grab this gem second on the way to the goal. Very, very, very smart. Yeah, I can see how you say it's viable. I can see how you say it's, you know, it's such a cool route, and very, very, very nicely done. So yes, now we have our 2 main winners as far as the runs go and the TASSes go. Obviously, Katz has taken it away with that fantastic run, and TwinX with that fantastic TASS. And at the last minute, we added a trophy category for this. If anybody could manage to collect the trophy without using super jumps, they would be eligible for a $10 prize for whoever does it the fastest. But this is not easy. In fact, we had a couple of task submissions because this is just so difficult. But let's go ahead and watch our tool-assisted submissions. This first one here is by Leolitz. And Leolitz has a really interesting strategy. We go ahead with a fairly standard start. Using the spinners to drop ourselves down here. And we're going to this gravity here. So right now the trophy is way up above us. And Leolitz uses a pillar hit. We got some very interesting winding up, huge, huge jump across. And now look at this. Look at this. It's genius. Jumping onto this circular platform in order to get onto the platform above it. And the spinner hit, launching us all the way up here to this trophy. Very, very cool, Leolitz. Let's go ahead and watch that again right away. Pardon me. Here we go. Watching Leolitz submission one more time. This is just like full of edge hits and, you know, creative, interesting platforming. And you love to see it. You know, again, a fairly standard start, but just look at this very quick pillar hit. Like an edge hit into a pillar hit. And then, again, buffer jumps. And there's just so much platforming going on. I don't even... Some of this is just something you would never, ever expect a human to do. Like this right here. Yeah, like hitting that edge on the circle and then getting directly onto the edge above it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it gets Leolitz in here in about 39 seconds. Congratulations, Leolitz. That was an awesome trophy TASS. All right. We have our next trophy tool-assisted submission by C Murder. Jumping in here and foregoing the scum on the checkpoint abuse. And look at this instead. A very similar concept, but you almost can't even see exactly what happened there. Coming in for an 1820. Again, we're going to stop that and try again. Let's watch that one more time here. All right. Not taking the checkpoint abuse, but instead this weird edge hit to get onto the curved gravity. Very cool. And then bouncing up to this curved surface. And honestly, that looks very simple, like relatively simple. Not easy by any means, but very, very cool anyways. Very, very, very smart. And we just have a few minutes left. Just 2 or 3 minutes left because our next submission is going to be mine. And, you know, as simple as C Murder's was, and again, we've got this, you know, this cool start and everything, and, you know, cool buffer jumps and all kinds of fancy things. I spent some time with this level, and I spent some time looking at this trophy, and I didn't know this before, but did you know that the trophy without power-ups is actually intended by the developers? I know. You're not going to believe this, but there is an intended route developers put into this game so that anyone can get this trophy. And I found it. I couldn't believe it. You know, they had the foresight to put this into the game. And obviously that checkpoint abuse wasn't intended, but we're just gonna jump over here onto this kind of like curved loop, you know, curved tightrope loop. And then watch this. We do a loop exit into a loop re-entry, and then a perfect edge hit onto this beam. And I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. And look at that. I'm rewarded with the Iron Blossom marble. I was so happy. I've been wanting that marble for a long time. I'm so glad I finally found it. We'll watch that one more time. I'm surprised I wasn't able to find a guide for this route anywhere on the internet. But you know, we finally found it, and now I finally have the trophy. Yeah, you didn't even know there was a marble because you haven't found this route, right? So how could you have the marble? How could anybody have gotten this trophy before if they didn't find this route? So, you know, very, very sneaky, and you know, a lot of foresight the developers put in for this kind of technique. And I kind of actually want to watch this for a moment. And right here, as we're coming down on this loop re-entry, you got to see where it starts back spinning right here. That's because we brushed up against the spinner behind us, right above. And, you know, it was very, very genius that Alex put this here so that in order to make this possible. And, you know, I'm honestly just very, very impressed with the developers making it so, you know, obviously if you came in on this angle as intended, then you wouldn't actually be able to perform this edge hit if not for the spinner above. So very, very, very intelligent. And, you know, just a well-designed level overall. Very well-placed trophy. And all jokes aside, though, that one was a very fun route, and I spent a lot of time on it. I'm so proud of that one. Very happy. And our next submission here was a trophy run by Katz's. Now, Katz's found his own way of doing this without TASS, and it is also very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. This is going to be... Man, I've only seen this a couple times, but look at this. Oh my gosh, Katz's. The quarter pipe, or the half pipe, up onto the beam. That's insane, Katz's. I looked at this. Hold on.
There we go.
Finally, yeah. I looked at this. I saw this. I tried to TASS this. And I gave up within a few minutes. I thought, nope, this is not going to be a good idea. Like, this is not going to work. Because those beams overhead that you have to go under, are so hard to get under. They're so hard. Like, how did you do that? Honestly, I'm blown away. This is absolutely deserves a $5 creativity prize, because I mean, just holy crap, Katz's. Well done. Well done.
There we go.
Very well done. However, that was not the fastest submission for a trophy collection without TASS. And that honor goes to none other than Villa Olaf, who gave us this submission. Very, very similar to one of the previous ones we've seen, but with much better execution. So let's see what it's going to be. We have a pillar hit coming up. Just to get up to this gem really quickly. And Olaf came up with the same idea that I did with the loop exit into loop reentry. But much cleaner. You can see all this height that he got. In actuality, this is more or less what I was trying to do. But I got really lucky with that edge hit that I did, and I had to keep it. Yeah, the execution on this is difficult. You do have to get lucky. You can see Olaf gave us his attempt counter down on the bottom. He did about 185 attempts, I guess. That would include his deaths. So, very, very, very cool that Olaf was able to not only get to the gem area faster than I did, but then also get a much cleaner launch. And he didn't freak out at the ending the way I did, so he just kind of jumped across and grabbing the gem in about 28 seconds. So that just about does it for all of our submissions in the, the Marble It Up Tangle routing competition for No Power Ups.